Hello children, welcome back to a new session of science lesson number 5, coal and petroleum. Previous video I had explained about how the coal is formed and when the coal is processing what materials we are getting, how they are useful to us. All this detail I had explained and again I had already explained about petroleum, the second uh, exhaustible natural resources. Second one is petroleum. Petroleum is also known as a fossil fuel because it is available from the dead organisms or living beings which are found in the sea. Due to some natural calamities or due to cyclone, storm, etc., the microorganisms which are in the sea or oceans, they will die and they will sediment or they will deposit at the bottom of the sea, and sand and soil or sand and mud will be covering on that. This process is going on for millions and millions of years, and due to the earth's temperature, high temperature and pressure, and in the absence of air, these microorganisms will convert into a fossil fuel which is called petroleum. This I had already explained previous chapter. Now again you will study more about this petroleum. That means the world's first oil well was drilled in Pennsylvania. I had already explained in USA, that is in the year 1859. 80 years after, in 1867, oil was struck in Makam in Assam, that is in India. In India, oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, Mumbai High, and in the river basins of Godavari and Krishna. So these are the places majority of petroleum or mineral oil wells are found. Even in Gulf countries also it is enough oil fields are there. Now today you will study about the characteristics of petroleum and refining of petroleum. So petroleum is a dark oily liquid. It has an unpleasant odor, that means an unpleasant smell. It is a mixture of various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, etc. So petroleum is a dark oily liquid. It has an unpleasant odor or unpleasant smell. It is a mixture of various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, etc. The process of separating various constituents of uh, petroleum, that is fractions of petroleum, is known as refining. So what is refining? The constituents of petroleum or various constituents of petroleum, separating, the process of separating various constituents or the fractions of petroleum into petrol, diesel, kerosene, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, etc. This process is known as refining. It is carried out in a petroleum refinery. Students, you can see on the screen there is a refinery, picture of a petroleum refinery you can see, and there are so many machines are working, and different fractions of petroleum will be taking from this mineral oil or the crude oil. So we will much more we will study now. The various hydrocarbons present in petroleum have different boiling points. So this mineral oil or the crude oil which is digging from the earth will be taken through huge pipelines to the refinery, and it will be passing through a very huge fractional distillation tank. So there what they will do, it has the various hydrocarbons present in the petroleum have different boiling points. As the number of carbon atoms in a hydrocarbon increases, its boiling point also increases. This property is used to separate the different components of petroleum by fractional distillation. The process of uh, components of petroleum separating in this refinery is known as fractional distillation. The components with different boiling points are known as fractions, and the process of separating the fractions by fractional distillation is known as refining. It is carried out in a petroleum refinery. So one picture is shown. It is a petroleum refinery. We can see petroleum refineries are in Gujarat, Baroda it is there, then Angaleshwar it is there. So this Bombay it is there. So this petroleum refinery is Asia's biggest refinery situated in Angaleshwar. Now crude oil or the mineral oil is first heated to about 400 degrees Celsius in a furnace, a huge furnace or a tank which is kept inside. The temperature is maintained up to 400 degrees Celsius. The vapors formed are passed into a tall fractionating tower. The hydrocarbons with the highest boiling points condenses first. They get collected near the base of fractionating tower. So as the vapor rises, the hydrocarbons with the lower boiling points condenses at different heights. They get separated in the fractionating tower to form the different fractions. So the hydrocarbons with 1 to 4 carbon atoms, which are gases, do not condense and escape from the top of the tower. So this process will be continuously going on in the refinery tank, and slowly all the fractions or the constituents of petroleum will be separating. Now you can see on the screen there is a column. So there it is written various constituents of petroleum and their uses. So one by one you can see petroleum gas in liquid form, that we will call it as LPG, and its main use is fuel for home and industry. Second one is petrol. It is used for motor fuel, aviation fuel, solvent for dry cleaning, laundries. Third one is kerosene. Kerosene is mainly used for fuel for stoves, lamps, and for jet aircrafts. That is white petrol, which is kerosene, the purest form. Next one is diesel. Fuel for heavy motor vehicles, that is trucks, buses, tractors, etc. And electric generators to compensate with the electricity. Power failure is there, we are using generators. So there also diesel is using. Next one is lubricating oil. Lubricating oil is used for lubrication when the machine parts are due to the friction, there will be the wear and tear of the machinery parts are there. So for the smooth functioning of these machineries, they are lubricating one oil which is called lubricating oil. Cycle, sewing machine, etc. we are applying the lubricating oil so that friction will be less. Next one is paraffin wax. Paraffin wax is used mainly for oilments, candles, Vaseline, etc. Then last one is bitumen. Bitumen already you had studied now. It is for tarring purposes using. So bitumen is used for paints and road surfacing. So these are the constituents of petroleum. When petroleum is fractional distillation takes place in a refinery, a big chamber through that with a high temperature, this crude oil or mineral oil is passing. So at various temperatures, according to the number of hydrocarbons, they will condense and will be separated. So the main products or the constituents of petroleum are petroleum gas. Petroleum gas will be in liquid form, it is called as LPG. Next one is petrol, then kerosene, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, and bitumen. All these are having various uses. Many useful substances are obtained from petroleum and natural gas. Natural gas is a byproduct. These are termed as petrochemicals. So there are petrochemical industries are also flourished where mineral oil fields are there. These are used in the manufacture of detergents, fibers. That is, you had already studied lesson number 3 about artificial fibers or man-made fibers like acrylic, polyester, polyethylene, nylon, crayon, etc. And polythene, then different types of plastics you had studied. So polyvinyl chloride, all these PVC, all these are made from crude oil or mineral oil. Hydrogen gas obtained from natural gas is used in the production of fertilizers. So hydrogen gas which is coming along with the natural gas used for preparing the fertilizers, that is artificial fertilizers. Main one is urea. Due to its great commercial importance, that mineral oil or the crude oil which is digging from the earth is of great commercial importance. So it is also called as black gold because it is one of our main economic system balancing in all the countries. If the petrol price or the mineral oil price is high, then the country also advancing. So these are the main fractional distillation done in a refinery, and the products are obtained from the constituents of petroleum and their uses you had also studied now. So go through this. Next video we will do the next part, that is natural gas, third one, and the last part, how it will be going to exhaust it and what will happen. All this you will study in the next video. Till then you listen and try to understand all the points. We will meet again in the next class. Till then, goodbye.